6 Victor Bravo Golf 971.
Well, good evening there, 1079. You got no voice again?
I
kind of got one. K6USY 1079 and Bozo 1100.
Okay, I hear you, and I heard a couple of other voices there yet. Is that you in there, Dave?
Hi, Roger. Mike 971.
Got your 971. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing today?
Boy, I weeded myself into a frazzle. I got 3 buckles, 3 barrels of weeds today.
Oh, wow. You're getting busy here this short little spring that we're having, aren't you?
I went after a whole bank of thistles today, but I found that I was too late. They'd already gone to seed.
Oh, no. KK6 ZKE 704.
Okay, got you, Terry. Good evening. And You're good over here? How are you?
Oh, doing good. I was just talking to W6OWL on the phone right now and seeing how he's doing.
Well, he's moved into the new place, I guess, but he hasn't got anything up yet. But that's coming before. I understand he's got to move his tower and stuff like that, huh?
Yeah, all that's yet to be moved. Every bit of it. It's quite a project.
Well, they always are. Okay. Well, it'll be good to. He's also got a radio that's now working. I think Ken's fixed his radio, so that should get him back on here before too long.
Yeah, I'm talking to him right now, so I'll ask him.
Okay, very good. Go finish your conversation and say hi for us to him and Patty. Okay, let's see. 1079 and 1100. We got you and her. Aaron, how are you feeling?
Getting better every day. It's just, taking forever. And I was going to let you know Rob is going to be late. K6USY.
Okay. Yeah, you don't sound at all normal tonight. Maybe you're off frequency a little bit too. I'm not sure. You sound a little high pitched. Maybe I'm off frequency. I didn't check this thing. I just turned it on.
Nope, you're good. It's just my voice.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay. Boy, oh boy. Whatever that was, it really got you, huh? I got a cat underneath my legs here. He's talking to me. That's a beautiful kitty. This is Abby. Abby, the black cat. Yes, he is. He's a nice kitty as long as he's the one only around. If there's other kitties, he's not such a nice cat. He's very jealous. Oh, my goodness. Oh, gracious, yes. I got to get a few stickers out of you. You've been rolling around the weeds, haven't you, buddy? Okay. Anyway, not sure who else is in here. I can hear the boys down in Southern California there.
Kilo Golf 6, Charlie Echo Fox 982. Good evening.
And there's somebody coming through from Course Gold. Who would that be? Hi, Daryl.
Good evening. KG62NY 1091.
I hear you, Marcus. The guys from Southland are calling me. Hang on a second. Okay, KG6USS. I believe that's you, John. You're a little bit fluttery at the moment, but we'll get you, I'm sure. This is K6MYC Bozo 47 for your check-in. Over. Maybe they were just complaining that I was covering everybody down there.
K6MYC, you copy Whiskey 6 Golf Romeo.
Yes, I do. W6GR. Good evening again, George. It was nice to chat with you this morning on 40 meters, but you got a nice signal here this evening. Everything's working well. W6GR, K6MYC. 685, as I recall, wasn't that your number? 685.
Yes, number 685. I got to watch out. We got vertical transmissions over here at the same time. But yeah, I am 685 checking in. Good to talk to you on 40 meter there. Thanks, Mike. I'll have to sign off here before there's too much other traffic locally going on. But thank you much. Whiskey 6 Golf Romeo. Thanks.
Yeah, really good. How much power are you running here on 2 meters? I know you have the M2 M7 antenna, but what's the power? What's your power, George? Well, maybe I'm being covered up by locals there. He's very loud here, guys. He's in Temecula. I worked him this morning on 40 meters. He hadn't checked in on 2 meters for quite some time, he said to the Bozo Net. He checks in on 432 quite frequently. It was good to hear him. He had an old other call, and I've forgotten now what the other call was, but he changed his call, and so that's why nobody recognizes him. That's the problem with changing your call. It's a better call, but it's different. Anyway, good to hear everybody down there. Let's see, who else do we have here locally? Anybody? Well, Daryl, let me get it back up to you. You didn't have much of a a conversation there. How are you and the wife doing?
Oh, well, we're just taking it a day at a time here. She's doing all right. She's getting up and moving around, trying to do a little bit of this and that. We took the last of the surgical things off of her yesterday, the steri strips and all that, and she is healing.
Okay, very good. You're now just waiting for a verdict, are you?
We are seeing the oncologist tomorrow, and then I'll be able to report. We know that it's radiation and pills for sure, but we don't know if we're going to have chemo. But between me, you, and the gatepost, I have a funny feeling that she is.
Yeah, well, it's okay. Chemo's probably a little bit less invasive even than the radiation. Yeah, it's different, but they both seem to have their place in the treatment.
Well, yeah, we realize that. We were just hoping that she could escape that if possible, but whatever it takes.
Yep. Okay, well, good luck, and we'll wait to hear from you tomorrow on 6. What's happening?
You bet, I'll be there. Thanks, Mike.
You betcha.
6TYO 1009.
K6TYO, KJ6TYO, I should say, 1009. Good evening, Ron. Are you rested up from the weekend?
Yep, been resting up all day today. So, yep, no work tomorrow. Well, as of right now, anyway. So we'll see what happens. If they don't call me tonight, probably not going to work tomorrow. So I think I'm safe to say I'm not working.
Oh, okay. Is that abnormal or is that normal?
I'm supposed to be off Monday, but here lately it's been every week that I've been working Monday, my day off. So I'll take a day off.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It would be better if you could work today. It's going to rain. I don't know. They say it's going to rain again. I thought they thought it might even rain today, but we don't see any sign of that. It's cloudy, but sunshine coming through and fairly warm. It's didn't warm up into the 80s by any means. I think we just broke 70 at one point today, but I was out on the hillside pulling weeds, and it was quite warm. I broke a pretty good sweat, so it was still a pretty good work day.
Yeah, I was at a car show yesterday here in the local town of Kerman, and got a little wet, but it dried off pretty fast. And today was just a cooler day, so that's all right. I'm sure it'll get warmer. I think by the end of the week it's supposed to be 90.
Yeah, I guess living in Fresno, you don't want to rush it.
Yep, that's right. All right, well, have a good nap there, and we'll be out here listening. KJ6TYO 1009.
Okay, and if you hear anybody you want to chat with or break in and try to work, don't hesitate to call.
Bozo 831, KG6USS out here in the high desert. Hello, Mike.
Yeah, boy, you're loud. Boy, the propagation is super. We had a nice chat with George down there, W6 Golf Romeo in Temecula, but boy, you're loud. He was loud too. I did ask him how much power he was running, but apparently I was covered up by other locals there. Anyway, you're very loud tonight. You're louder than most of the locals here, John. I'll give you a Bozo 47 for what it's worth. KG6USS, K6MYC.
Yeah, Mike, I was almost going to give you a shout on the vertical there to see if you could pick me up on that. I mean, you were coming in big time on the vertical.
Yeah, I was hearing you on the vertical. You're not as loud as you are now, though.
Copy that. Well, yeah, I turned on the gun, pointed your direction. All right. Anybody else want to check into the Southern California Bozo Net, Bozo 831 here in the high desert? Bozo numbers first, please.
Well, I don't hear anybody at the moment. We've got all the small pistols are on here this evening. No big guns. Everybody's got smaller systems, so the big boys aren't in here yet. Over.
Well, I just heard 164 over there in Lake Isabella, I believe. Okay, gotcha. 164. How you doing tonight? All right, Andy, have a good one. K6SC2, KG6USS, Bozo 831. Looking west and north a little bit, out there to the San Joaquin Valley. Anybody else want to check in? Bozo 831.
It's pretty quiet up here, John.
Yeah, all of a sudden it just kind of went quiet, didn't it, Mike? Anyway, hey, good deal. We'll check back a little bit.
KE6VON 1040.
Confidence a bit, so he'll probably check in right behind me here a little bit.
All right, 7-3, John, and we'll keep an ear out if somebody else comes in. They keep an ear out up this way. 73, KG6USS, K6MYC, clear and checking in, KE6VON. Go ahead, Adam.
Good evening, sir. I know I've missing the Wednesdays and Thursday nights now, so got to try to catch the Sunday nights.
Yeah, and I forgot your Bozo. You said it, but I was listening down south. Go ahead.
1040, 1040.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yes, sir.
All righty. Very good. And are you back on your normal schedule now? You're working in midweek?
I'm Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. This week I'll be home Friday, then I'm back Saturday, Sunday overtime. And then I roll into Monday, Tuesday. And the next few weeks next 2 months I'll be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So I'll be back on Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Okay. That'll keep your toes dancing, doesn't it? They never let you get into a routine.
Every 2 months, rotate back 2 days.
Is that how it works? It is a routine. It's just an oblique routine. Okay. I got a cat here again. He wants to see Judy. Judy just walked in here. He's so happy to see you, Judy. Look at him.
All right. Yeah, I got to keep track of my schedule, that's for sure. Good thing it's electronically tracked. All right, Mike. Have a good night. Catch you later. KE6VON.
Okay. Very good, Adam. Thanks much for checking in here. I'm still struggling with this tractor with the bad transmission. Still trying to decide what I want to do with it. Damn thing works so good that everything else on it works fine, and I haven't had any issues with it at all. But sure as hell, I'll put a new transmission in it, and then everything else will break over.
Yeah, it sometimes can be the way, but I don't know. These days, with the price of things, it's almost better to find a good used one. I'll have to look and see which are the ones I have sitting out back, and if they might have a transmission that would work or not.
Yeah, that'd be good. This one, as much as Frank can see, we looked at it, physically looked at it. We cannot find any intake or outgo. So it's a sealed unit that does not have any way to drain it and flush it and put fresh oil in it, I guess. So we, without doing something unusual to it, probably is unrepairable the way as it sits. I'm sure everything is fixable, but it may not be worth the effort.
Yeah, some of them are like that, unfortunately. I've heard those cases, and it sounds like you've got one. But yeah, I'll take a look and see which are the ones I have out there. And like I said, I got a couple units. I don't even know if I'm going to try to repair them or not. I don't even know what's wrong with them. Someone gave them to me, so I'll have to see what parts they have.
Can you describe in simple terms how they actually work? How that what do you do when you shift from reverse to forward? What actually happens in the transmission?
I'm assuming that it just, because you've got a pump spinning, which is what the belt's doing, sitting on top of it, spinning a pump going into there. And I'm assuming that when you push the pedal forward or back, all you're doing is you're opening a valve to push the fluid forward or reverse. I'm not 100% sure, but that's how I would imagine they work.
Yeah, okay. Well, they're very good when they work. The one on the Husqvarna, of course, is brand new. And it works really, really good. I mean, if you want to go really slow, you can. You can go fast. You can go everything in between. It doesn't jerk. The one I have, the old one, is jerky. it goes slow when it, anytime it's got any work to do forward, like going up a slight grade, even a very, very slight incline, it's working. And it goes backwards like a rocket at that point. So it's not smooth like it was originally. Anyway, it's interesting. It's quite a clever design. It works very well, but obviously they're pretty trouble-free overall. I can't complain about this one. It's been doing the job for 25 years or more. Thanks, Adam. KE6VON, KE6MYC, looking for other Bozo check-ins anywhere, any place.
73 KE6VON.
Yeah, SWR, Bozo number 247 in Delta Mike 05.
I hear you there, Ben. Good evening. Not strong, but gotcha. And 247, and there was another one in there, the other station you called in at the same time that Adam was signing, so I didn't catch your number. We'll get you in a second there. Anyway, good evening to you, Ben. We missed you last week. We did not hear you on 2 meters, but I'm sure you had other things going. Eric, Rob is not here this evening. He might be here later, but I guess he's doing something and he's not going to be in the shack for a while. So we don't have anybody else to say hello to you from up here. N6SWR Bakersfield, DMO5, K6MYC.
Well, thank you very much, Mike. If no one else has to respond, I just like to check in once in a while. Thank you very much. Have a great day. N6SWR.
Yeah, 247, right?
Roger, roger.
Okay, we got you. And we're always listening for KB6RQU. Hasn't checked in much at all for the last couple of weeks, so we hope that one of these days Rick will start checking in again. Anyway, pretty quiet here so far. Aaron, can you stress your voice enough to tell me again what Rob is doing tonight, why he's not in?
He was working late at Marcus's.
Oh, he's working. Working late at Marcus's place. Okay, Marcus, I didn't mean to ignore you. Yeah, KG6QNY, K6MYC. You still there, Marcus? He's probably out with Rob there.
Yeah, he's coming in good. He was down, and then now he's back up again, but he's talking to someone else up there.
I'm pointed at you.
Alrighty, hey, thank you. KN6, SHI, Southern California, that controller, let them know if anybody copy.
K6MYC, copy Kilo 6, Golf Romeo.
W6GR, I hear you, and do I hear somebody else in there? Maybe Pat. W6PMD, was that you, Pat? No, it's not Pat. W6GR, go ahead again, George.
California net controller, waving a hand.
Okay, he's doubled there. I didn't get it. You guys doubled with me. Who was that made the comment? Go ahead, please. K6MYC, listening.
Hey, Mike, this is KN6SHI, Southern California net controller.
Yeah, very good. Nice signal. Big booming signal. We got great conditions this evening. I'm sure I'm bothering you guys. I won't be pointed down that way for too much longer. Is it KG signal? It's KN6SHI, Kilo November 6, Sierra Hotel, India. And I didn't get the handle or the Bozo number. Over.
Yeah, this is Bozo 998, Bozo 998, Southern Cal net controller, Mike. Good to hear you.
Yeah, good evening to you. And thanks for calling up this way. Nobody up here that's got any big signals tonight. Everybody's all small potatoes, small peanut whistles are on here. I'm the only one running power at the moment. 7-3. KN6SHI in the group with W6GR, K6MYC.
All right, Mike, good to hear you out here. Thanks for the shout back. KN6SHI, Bozo 998.
7-3.
7-3, Whiskey 6, Golf Romeo. Very good, Dale.
Oh, you're loud now. Yeah, very good, George. You got a good location. What kind of power are you running there in Temecula?
I'm running 100 watts on my TS2000 here in Temecula, Mike.
Okay, well, I can see why you're hearing me loud. I'm running 1500 here. The antenna's a 19XXX at 100 feet, 105 feet, so that's the station. Fox, it's a ICOM 9700 into a W6 PQL amp. 7.3, again, George, good signal. And pleasure to hear you. Check again. Maybe we'll hear you on 432 on Thursday night. Thursday night we start pointing down your way, so about the same time on Thursday night we should be able to hear you. W6GR, K6MYC. Good evening.
Okay, 7.3 Mike, W6MYC, W6GR. Yeah, you're fading down low, but you were good before. Yeah, thanks. See you. 7.3 Whiskey 6 Golf Romeo. Back to you, Bill.
7.3. I'm listening, but I'm not hearing anybody else here. If we don't hear anybody else checking in the San Joaquin Valley, we'll spin over toward Atascadero and see if we can stir up some bodies over there. Okay, nothing heard here. I'll go to Atascadero and leave the LA boys alone. Okay, Ron, I wonder if you're there this evening. W6QUI, W6QUI, K6MYC, Bozo Net. Oh, he's probably sleeping in the corner there or watching TV or something. W6QUI, Atascadero, Atascadero. W6QUI, K6MYC in the Bozo Net, calling in, standing by. Well, looks like Ron isn't there tonight. Anybody else down that way? KN6EIV, KB6WRW, or anybody along the coast from San Luis Obispo to Santa Barbara? Anybody? No hams over there, I guess. All right, I'm going to slide up towards Santa Cruz and Watsonville. Here we go. Okay, let's see if we can stir up Santa Cruz or Watsonville over there. AF6 United or KW6S, K6MYC, over.
K6MYC, KW6S, 610.
Judy's got you. Big loud signal tonight, Tom. Good to hear you. Had great signals from LA today. We had worked 4 or 5 guys down there with booming signals, so Conditions are really good tonight. KW6 Sugar, K6MYC. How was Santa Cruz weather today?
Oh, it's great here. I've been working in the backyard a little bit, and let's see, I'm going to turn the power down a little bit. I think I'm hitting the amp a little hard. Yeah, did some work in the yard and kind of enjoyed that, and I bought out a bunch of ham gear from a former VHF guy, and kind of sorting through that to see what I ended up with and what I'm going to bring down to the flea market on the 24th. And other than that, everything is going pretty grand here. K6MYC, KW6S.
Oh, even that was sounding grand. Okay, well, it'll be interesting to see what goodies you got in the pile that you're going to bring down. I don't need anything, but you never know. I probably should start collecting stuff and putting it in the pile and taking it down there and putting some tags on it. Free or best offer or things like that. Over?
Yeah, I'm guessing you have a lot more interesting back stock than I do. I have a lot of bits and pieces going back 50 years or so, or maybe more than that, and but nothing too interesting. You and I have talked about some amplifiers and stuff here that sounded kind of fun and interesting down through the years.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of them. I got a whole shelf full of stuff in plastic jars that have. Some of the stuff is so old that I got it when I was going to college, robbing the alleyways of the TV repair places. I'd go by and see whatever they were throwing out and take it home and strip it. So I got resistors and stuff that are probably 100 years old. Over?
Yeah, I have some of that too. I didn't realize it. I had left some stuff behind in Fresno, and when we sold the ranch, I went through it and I gathered up stuff, and I found these little metal trays, and I opened them up, and yeah, I remember pulling that out of old TVs, and there was a really fun surplus place in Fresno that went by several different names, mostly known as the Goat Farm, but yeah, I've got a lot of stuff back in those times too. On this deal, I ended up with a ICOM 2-meter rig, an IC251A, which I think goes back into the mid-'80s or something. This thing it looks newer than any radio I've ever pulled out of the plastic.
Well, that probably still works pretty good, too. They weren't a bad radio. I don't remember if they had good ears or not, but otherwise they're pretty good radios. Anyway, that's going to be interesting. Maybe we can find it a home for it, or somebody that needs a radio. I know that W6OWL is trying to get his station back together. He's moved from his old location in Fresno, in the what the hell they call it, Fig Oak area, and he's moved to a new location, and he's got to move his towers and all that stuff, so it'll be a while before he gets, but his radio is really old, and Ken's got it repaired, but it still drifts a little bit, so he's probably in the market for something what we would call newer. Aha. All right, Tom, good to hear you. Anybody else want to say hello to Tom that's over here? Rob isn't here tonight. Nope, it's all quiet. So we'll let you go, and I'll see if Lee is in there. Lee, I wonder if you're with us tonight. AF6 United in Watsonville area, K6MYC.
Golf Yankee with the antenna up another 15 feet.
I hear Golf Yankee, very weak. We'll get you in a few minutes, Phil. Sorry we missed you this morning. Anyway, AF6 United, Lee, I wonder if you're there, K6MYC. Okay, nobody from the no call from the countdown bozo there. Okay. Okay, Tom, 73s, and we'll see you tomorrow night, of course, on 222 and 6 meters. I think everything should be okay there. Take care.
Very good. Catch you tomorrow night. K6MYC, KW6F.
Okay. The cat just squeezed himself in behind all the amplifiers and radios here. Hopefully things will stay connected. 73, KW6S, K6MYC, moving the antenna up into the Bay Area. There's the bottom end of the Bay Area. Who's listening for us here? Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie Bozo Net.
November 5, November Papa, Delta 1129.
Yeah, good evening, Brett, 1129, N5 NPD. How are you doing?
Well, good evening, Mike. Yeah, hanging in there. It was a windy day over here for us on the west side of the valley, but the weather's nice. But I do see later on in the week some 97s on like Friday, Saturday, so might have to turn the air conditioner on.
No, man, that's a big change. We haven't heard anything close to the 90s. It's just about 65, 70 here this evening.
It's real nice here right now. It's about 73.
Well, you got a little warmer than we are even. Okay. Anyway, you're sounding good over here as always. N5 NPD in Newman. Get it right yet. What's the matter? What's the matter? Anyway, 73s to you, Brett, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow, hopefully on 6 meters.
Sounds good. We'll see you then, Mike. 73.
Okay, N5 NPD, K6MYC. Bay Area Bozo Net. Anybody?
Whiskey Bravo 6, Whiskey November India.
Well, for heaven's sakes, you're certainly early. First one in the Bay Area. Good evening, Gary. WB6WNI 1090. How are you? K6MYC.
Oh, very good, Mike. No, we just ate fast. Same dinner hour, just very fast eating. And I have 2 pieces of info for you, but I just want to make sure you're copying me okay. Over.
Yeah, we're copying you fine. Go ahead.
Okay. The first one, as promised, the guy who met you at Stanford is WF6R. His Bozo number is 828. So there you go, 828. He remembers you. In fact, he still works there, and his name's Steve, and Bozo 828. And Mike, also, not tomorrow, and maybe not next week, but I found all the parts for the 6-meter antenna, or beam actually. It's a 5-element. Found all the parts, and I'm placing it together, so someday it should be a little bit louder. K6MYC to 6WNI.
Yeah, Roger. What is it? What kind of antenna is it?
Well, I looked it up. It's old. It's at least 40 years old, minimum, but it is a 5-element on a very short boom. It's 9 feet. And I was wondering if it's 6 meters, but with the elements, it is. It's 6 meters. Yeah, 9 feet with a hairpin match. So there you go. I mean, I cannot find anything that looks like it nowadays on the internet.
Well, it sounds like an old high gain. It could be an old high gain. It could be an old Telrex too. But depending on the construction of the elements, go through the boom or sit on top.
Actually, the elements are attached to the boom using little clamps, stamped out clamps. So everything, of course, except the radiator, is actually touching the mast. Back to you?
You mean touching the boom? Yeah. Okay. Just grounded to the boom, but mounted on top. Okay. Not insulated.
That is a Roger. You're right. They are attached to the boom.
Okay. Well, I don't know. We could, if you want to, while you're working on, do you have a dimension sheet or anything on how to put it together?
Oh, no, actually, I just assembled it myself. This was, like I said, 35 years ago. Another ham and I went to this place. Guy did not want it anymore. We took it down and just assembled it. 35 years later, Mike, we are putting it back together.
Oh, boy. Okay. Well, how do you know where to put the element?
What's the rush, right?
What's that?
I said, what is the rush, right? 35 years? Yeah, anyway. Mike, I will let you keep going, but I wanted to let you know. I'm trying to get this 6-meter going so you can hear me better. Anyway, and I'll try again tomorrow using the vertical. K6MYC 86W9 1090 and 73.
Okay. What I asked you was. I asked a question about the antenna. Now I forgot already. That's really good. Hairpin match, and what does it have a balance?
No. Well, if it did, it's not with it. And the hairpin, you know what? If you don't mind, I could take a picture. I got your cell number. If you want me to, I'll take a picture of the matching system. And you can look at it, and then you can throw the picture away when you're done.
Well, I couldn't see it if you took a picture, so don't worry about it. No, I asked you, how do you know where to put the elements if you don't have any dimensions?
Oh, no, I numbered them. And the numbering is still on the elements. The elements have all been numbered, and the numbers are clear as day 30 years later. And I went out there. I need to get all new screws and bolts, but oh no, I numbered it as I disassembled it.
Okay, well, good. While you're doing that, you might as well write down what the dimensions are, what the spacing is between the elements, and what the dimensions of the element lengths are. If you write that down, we could probably find out what it is. It's probably in one of my files. I have a whole bunch of old other brand antennas in the files, and we could determine what it is, and maybe we could even optimize it if you want to go to that point. What's the boom diameter? Do you think the boom diameter is 1.25 or 1.5 tubing? Over.
It's 1.25. I just got to measuring it with a dial caliper, so it's exactly 1.25.
Yeah. Okay. Very good.
Yeah, I will. Your email is good, right? NQRZ.
Not really. It doesn't work. It's. But my email is Mike K6MYC at Proton, PROTON, Proton Mail, all one word, protonmail.com. Over.
Oh my word! I had Mike. I will do it again because I was giving you my email address when yours was no good. Anyway, go ahead.
It's just Mike K6MYC, all lowercase, at protonmail.com.
Alright, .com, but you'll have to connect and spell your domain name. What is the domain? Could you connect and spell it?
PROTON, like protons and neutrons. Proton Mail, PROTON Mail, MAIL.
Okay, I just wrote it all down. Okay, Mike, so quickly, it's Mike, K6MYC, lowercase, at protonmail.com.
That's it.
Alrighty, well, when I get the dimensions, which could be as early as tomorrow, I'll send them to you.
Okay, sounds good. Let you go, Gary. Thanks very much for checking in, and we won't hear you on 6 meters with that antenna tomorrow, I don't think, but we'll look for you in subsequent weeks here. You're getting it up and running just in time for the June contest and all the F2 or the E-skip that comes in at this time of the year. Over.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. So, anyway, Mike, have a nice evening there, and 73 to Judy as well. K6MYC 86W.
Roger, Roger. Judy says thank you. Okay, QRZ Bay Area, Bozo Net, K6MYC, check-ins, please.
WB6JNN.
WB6JNN, I can hear you tonight.
Yeah, well, yeah, and my voice is back almost normal.
Okay, I didn't know you had a voice problem. Did you get some kind of flu or something?
Yeah, I had COVID for a while, and I'm over it now, more or less.
Oh, did you check positive?
Yeah, I had a positive check, but of course that's a 40% error rate, unfortunately, so who knows, but it felt like it, so I probably did.
Yeah, okay. Well, sounds like you got over it in good shape, so now you've got antibodies for it, so that's good. And sorry to hear about that. Aaron's just getting over his, but he didn't have COVID. He had some kind of a bronchitis, and he's still got no voice. His voice is still weaker and scratchier than yours, over.
Well, mine was for several days, but they were not days that we had nets. And one night I didn't, that I felt real bad, I didn't get on at all. I think that was, what was that, Tuesday night? I guess it must have been 1296, yeah.
Yeah, we did have a lack of hearing you on 1296 night. It was, conditions were really bad. You didn't miss much. Boy, it was tough. All right, very good, Jim. Good to hear you. And hopefully it sounds like you're on the mend there. And haven't talked to anybody for the last year or two that has had COVID, at least that would admit to it or had even bothered to test for it. It's kind of a non-issue these days, over.
Well, it sort of is until you get up to my age, or your age. Then it's a little less so, but no, it's, a bad common cold kind of thing. There's no question about that. It's much different than it used to be.
Yeah, I hear you. Alrighty, thanks for checking in, and we'll look for you tomorrow on 222, and maybe even on 6 meters. You can surprise me. 73 WB6JNN, K6MYC, Bozo Net, check-ins, please, Bay Area.
W6PQL.
Okay, hi, Jim. 1296, W6PQL. I know you didn't play golf today because you don't play on the weekends. That's pointless. So nothing to report. And in terms of your golf game, you might have watched somebody else play, though.
No, it's kind of boring on TV. It's more interesting when you play it, although more frustrating, too. But, no, today wasn't a golf day. Tomorrow is. On the weekends, I avoid it, partly because they double the prices on the weekends, and I like a bargain, like everybody else does. But it's also very dangerous out there because these young guys are out there hitting the ball about twice as far as you can, but onto your fairway instead of their own. So it's dangerous out there. Go ahead.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I've never been hit by a golf ball. Never even had one approach me that I could be sure of. So I guess it's always a possibility, though. Anyway, good to hear you. Anything you might take a listen. I think we've got just nobody checking in so far. Gary and Jim. J&N were the only two so far, but I haven't heard Mike on here tonight. We haven't heard WA6AXX for a long time. We may never hear him again. He may have joined the crowd that's going to move out of the country. W6PQL, K6MYC.
Yeah, he just kind of disappeared this year. It's okay. But... boy, I sure got a lot of noise here tonight, static kind of noise. It's coming your direction's been one of the noisiest, and due south is even worse. I have to point up to Paul in order to get a quiet reading. There's something howling over here. And Sunday night I wouldn't expect that. But anyway, enough of my complaining. 73s, we'll see you later. K6MYC, W6PQL.
Yeah, well, we'll see you tomorrow night on 222 for sure, and 6 meters hopefully. Thank you, Jim. W6PQL, K6MYC, Bozo Net. Let me bump the antenna a little bit further north here. Maybe we can hear KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie or anybody else in the Bay Area. Bozo Net check-ins, please. Over.
Kilowatt Bravo 6, Juliet Sugar Mike, Bozo Net is 1192.
Yeah, there you go. 1192. We got you, John. Pretty good signal tonight. I think the audio seems to be a little better. That was perfect copy. WB6JSM 1192 in San Jose, K6MYC. How are you doing?
I am doing pretty good. Yeah, I moved the radio ways away from the amplifier itself and put some shielding up around the window to get rid of the RF a little bit. Sounds like it's doing pretty good.
Yeah, if you're listening to the stream, you can hear yourself. There's a few little pieces missing every now and then, but for the most part, it's there, and I'm reading you. So that's the main thing. Sounds quite good. I heard you say you moved the radio away from the antenna or from the amplifier or something. Anyway, sounds the best I've heard you so far. Thank you very much for checking in there. And of course, we'll look for you. I don't think you have 222, but maybe you have 6 meters. We'll look for you on 6. I know your station on 6 is marginal, but we'll do our best. And then, of course, on 432 on Thursday night, we'll hopefully catch you there. 7-3 for now, John. KB6 Juliet Sugar Mike, K6MYC Bozo Net. Over.
Roger, 73.
7-3, John. Anybody else, please? K6MYC Bozo Net before we go to Oakley.
KM6 SRR.
Oh, he's home. Well, good for you. Hi, Rob.
How you doing, Mike? Number 432.
Well, I couldn't have guessed. So let's see. You were over at QNY's place.
Yep, QSL. Yeah, we're over there working on getting that one push-up pole put up with a couple of little beams on it.
Yeah, very good, very good. Marcus, I couldn't bring that up for some reason. He did check in, and I didn't get back with him, and I did get back to him, and he wasn't there, so he was probably busy working out there with you.
Yeah, I think by then we kind of quit. I was running off to get something to eat and get home, and I got to still take care of feeding the cats.
Okay, very good. Well, we'll let you go. We had a big day here weeding. I got 3 barrels today.
Oh, boy, that's so unusual, huh? Yeah, I took the wife to the airport this morning. She's over in Scotland now for a week and a half.
Oh, boy, she's a traveler.
Yeah, she likes to participate in these riding retreats, I guess they call them, and you get a little bit of vacation at the same time.
You betcha. Very good. Okay, well, we've got modicum, not heavy check-ins tonight, particularly in the Bay Area, a little light. Got three check-ins, maybe 4, I guess. 4 now out of the Bay Area, so not too bad. Almost equal to Course Gold. Anyway, one more call for the Bay Area. Anybody else that's not checked in so far, give us a try. K6MYC Bozo Net. Nothing heard. I'm going to go to Oakley. Here we go. Here's Oakley, give or take. N6 Radio Oscar, N6RO, K6MYC.
Howdy. K6MYC, N6RO, Bozo 835. Temperature range 47 for a low and 78 for a high. Dinner was steelhead trout and asparagus. And we made 981 QSOs in this past weekend.
Oh, very good. That was the W7QP, huh?
Yes, although there's actually four state QSO parties, New England and Delaware and Indiana, and we worked some of all of those, but our focus was on 7QP. We had about 950 W7s and 30 out in the other QSO parties. We only answered them. We didn't pursue the other three states. We were focused on the 7QP. We had 7 operators and 5 stations running, and I think we sucked out every possible QSO on all band modes. Go ahead.
Okay. You finally got a team together. At first, I think you were having a little trouble getting operators to sign up for it there, but sounds like you got a good crew at the end there. Sounds good. Did you work Daniel? Any of you guys work Daniel by chance?
I don't know. I'll have to check the log. I didn't myself. I'm not sure if he was near the rally frequency on 80 meters that we set up. But we had, let's see, what we have on 80 sideband, we had 43 contacts, so I'll check the log and see if Daniel's there. What we did was we had dual mode capability on 20, 40, and 80. I used all the secondary antennas at the station I'm on right now, actually with a 7610. And we used a 2-element vertical on 40 CW, and sideband had the stack of 8 elements on 40. And we did the same thing on 20 and 80. On 80 we used the 4-square on CW and the high dipole on phone. So we had a lot of people, and yeah, it escalated from one guy interested on Wednesday to 7 by Thursday night. So that's one of my guys that did most of the organizing really did a sales pitch, and everybody showed up.
Yeah, very good. Sounds like you had a party, and then some. Some of those guys were operating remote, right?
Yes. 2 guys are operating remote, and 4 or 5 of us in the shack here. 2 guys from Brentwood. WZZ was here, and KO6M were both about 10 minutes away from me.
Yeah, very good. I was going to ask you if John was there, W6 Whiskey Zulu, but obviously he's helping out and becoming a good part of your program there. That's good. Good. He's finding that interesting.
Yeah, he had a good time, and he's really progressing pretty fast. So we're going to turn him into a real contester.
Oh, somebody's really dangerous, huh? A sword and armor all of a sudden, huh? Okay. Good evening to you. We'll look for you, of course, tomorrow night on 222 and 6 meters, but we didn't do anything but pull weeds, but I'm way ahead so far. I pulled 3 barrels of weeds today, over.
Oh, geez. I'm still procrastinating on mowing my so-called lawn. I did one mow about as soon as I got the tractor repaired. I took the top 8 inches off, but I've got another 8 inches to get it down near the ground, so I just have to motivate myself to do it.
Well, I know that's hard if you don't have anybody pushing you. I just had some thistles. I went to get 6 or 7 thistles that were getting quite tall, and I thought I was going to get them before they went to seed. When I got up closer, my eyes were so bad they'd already gone to seed, so... But the 6 or 8 the thistles turned into more like 60, ranging in length from a foot to 6 feet. What do you got out there? A skunk out there? We got guests coming and seeing us here this evening. I think the skunks are feeding tonight. Blackie's sitting on Judy's leg there. See skunks there? Hi guys, where are you? Are the skunks here? What did I call the first one? I forgot what I called the first skunk that grew up with us here. I forgot his name the other night. Now I can't remember. His kids are all eating out of our Bull's cat dishes now. All right. Anyway, we'll let you go, Ken. I did. I actually got more than 3 barrels of weeds, but I only loaded 3 barrels. I've got another barrel or barrel and a half that's already been pulled and just in piles that I haven't picked up yet. I mean, oh God, you just would not believe the weeds. I have never seen a year like this, and I'm just trying to get the watering systems working and all the rest of it. Is there a skunk there or not? Can you see tails? No tails? Okay. All right.
I'm worried about Abby.
Oh, Abby will be all right. He'll be all right. He won't come in. He's around somewhere. This one knows. They know he'll be up on top there instantly if Abby shows up. Anyway, good evening to you, Ken, and we'll see you tomorrow. Congratulations on a nice effort there. N6RO, and we're going to try and get to the computer tomorrow and maybe order up some of that Alaskan halibut. I've got the address that you gave me in there for Judy to give a try to. We'll see if we can find them. Give that a try. N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC, and the 2-meter Bozo Net.
Yeah, well, on the salmon, I mean the Alaskan halibut, I've got a 3-month supply, assuming I have one every week. I can go 12 portions they send you. And sometimes they're bigger than you can eat in one day for one person, that is. So it's a good investment if you like halibut and go for the high-end stuff. One other thing, I don't know if John's listening tonight, but you might give him a holler. And we'll see you tomorrow on a couple of bands, N6RO.
Okay, will do. Yeah, thanks for that.
Whiskey Victor Lima.
Oh, you're loud tonight, John. KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima. Let's see, 11. No, you got this strange number.
Well, 1179.
1179. Not strange. I'm kidding.
You're always sounding good to me when you're pointing at Oakley.
I doubled with you a little bit there. I'd missed your response. I said 1179. Go ahead.
No, Roger. Yeah, 1179. No, I'm just saying you're really loud. I figured I'd get in here while you were pointing at Oakley. It seems to be the loudest for me.
Yeah, no, you're really good. This is the time for you to check in when I come out of the Bay Area. Even into the Bay Area, I think at the north end of the Bay Area, I'm not that far from pointing at you there. So good signals. Wonderful. Good to hear you. And I don't think you have 222, but we'll probably work you again on, well, maybe we have 6 meters. I think you have 6. So we'll perhaps see you on 6 meters tomorrow night at 8:30 or so. KD6 Whiskey. Is that right? KD6? Whiskey Victor. Is it Kilowatt Delta 6 Whiskey Victor Lima?
No, Roger. Yeah, I do have 6, but I've got a high SWR. I've got to go up on the roof, get that fixed, because I'm looking forward to 6 meters when it opens. All right, thanks for the check-in. Good evening to you and Judy. Have a good one. KD6WVO.
Yeah, well, John, thank you. And, yeah, do get ready. Get that thing fixed, because the band could pop here any day now, and we could have a nice opening wherever. It'd be good to get some double hop and triple hop stuff to the East Coast and down to the Caribbean. That's always good stuff. So you got to be ready, though. 7-3. KD6WVL, K6MYC. Anybody else while I'm pointed up the valley? Okay, good evening, Dennis. 86, and how are you, and what do you have for us here?
Yeah, pretty good evening there, Mr. Mike. WB6 ISO, Bozo 86. Got just a few check-ins when you're ready.
Ready. We're ready.
Whoops, you went with the antenna or the band dropped? I'm not sure which.
I said we're ready.
Oh, you're ready? Yeah, your signal went down on me. Yeah, KA60 SX 160 would like to be checked in. N1 PPP, Dave 336. And Mr. Larry N6BX 782, break.
Got it.
K6NBC, Mr. Richard also would like to be checked in 849. And the last one I have is N6TNI, Mr. Dan 132, over.
Got it. Very good. And what was it? And what is happening with Rich? Is he still running that temporary thing?
Yeah, still working on the temporary thing. He's been so busy out of town and trying to get stuff done up there, but he will eventually be able to hopefully get everything done. I did have one other contact earlier. There was KD6BQ, Mr. Richard 249, but I'm pretty sure he'll be able to check in here shortly. But I did work him a little bit earlier on 144-230. Now, what a signal! 1520 over S9's back and forth. Beautiful signal out of over the Nevada area.
Yeah, well, he's using one of Rich's amplifiers. It's an 8877 that I picked up on the used market, and then I sold it to Richard. So that actually was an amp that was, boy, the skunker here, I can tell. I can smell skunk.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. He just has an odor about him. Is it a big one or a little one?
Little one.
A little guy. The little guys don't have as good control of that sphincter as the other ones, as the big boys do, Oliver.
Get out of the way. WB6 ISO 73 for now, and hello, Judy.
I think we were doubling there.
Hi, Dennis.
Judy said, hi, Dennis. We got a skunk that just walked in on us here. I just noticed a whiff. And I was saying the younger skunk, it's a baby skunk. He's only half grown. And they don't have as good a control as of their sphincter. So sometimes it leaks a little odor. He hasn't sprayed anybody. It's just an odor that he carries along with him. As a leftover, over.
Okay. All righty, well, have a pleasant good evening there. And it's Bill K06KD, if you're listening, and Derek and whoever else. Everybody have a nice evening. WB6 ISO.
Okay, good evening, Dennis.
Hello, Bill.
Pet that skunk.
Go ahead, Ken.
Yeah, I just said pet one of those skunks for me.
Oh, pet one of them? Well, we get awful close to them, but I'm hesitant to pet them. Although most of the time when they're eating, they don't even look at me. I can almost walk by them and they don't even move over.
Okay, just kidding. I wouldn't.
Yeah, you're not kidding. You want me to do that?
756.
No, I wouldn't do it.
I got to go take a bath in tomato soup. Okay, that's how you get rid of the odor, by the way.
Oh, by the way, I worked Daniel on 80 and 40 sideband.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Thanks for confirming that. It wasn't a big issue, but I'm sure I'm sure Daniel was happy to catch you there. Thanks very much for that, Ken.
Good evening, Ken.
Hi.
WA60IB 226 is here.
Hi, Ken.
It's good to hear you tonight.
Always good to hear everybody.
Yeah, you're good and loud, Ken. Good evening to you. WA60IB in the group, K6MYC. You got a house full of company, or did they all go home already?
No, we had a church meeting tonight, so we just now got back.
Yeah, okay. Well, we got a pretty good group in here, but we're just pointed north, as you can tell. So it's about time to go to Redding in Nevada. So let me get Bill and a few others in here, and then we'll catch up with Nevada in a minute.
756.
What is it?
756.
Okay, 756. Good evening, Darren. How are you?
Oh, doing pretty good. We caught it when the band was up. That's a good thing. Dialed up 1.2 and spun the antenna around to see how well it would work. And I got a little SWR to work on, so a little more tuning to do on this end before we give the shot down to you.
Well, Did you check the antenna before you put it up?
Well, I using a VNA. It came out as a 1.4, but at the time I didn't have a good jumper to use, so now I'm going to make up a good jumper cable so that I could put the radio and antenna in close proximity and do some tuning on it and make sure it's dead on.
Yeah, well, 1.4 to 1 isn't bad. You could probably tweak it, but it isn't going to make any difference whether I hear you or not.
Yeah, but the radio will like it a whole lot better. With the current jumper configuration I've got, no, a 2.1, that's a little too high for my liking.
Yeah, you faded down to a point where I didn't get all of that. Let me see if I can peek you up a little bit here. Let me see, where am I pointed here? Let's try it this way. Try it now, Darren.
Okay, I was saying 2.1 is just a little too low. I'd much rather.
Yeah, well, you're too fast for me. I can't move the antenna that fast, so I don't know where you are now. What do you want? What's the matter?
Something's going on.
Oh, it's just the conditions. Don't worry about it, Mike. I've had a 2.1 SWR with coax leading up to the roof, so I need to make some adjustments first. KJ6, KFB, and this is 756.
I'm going to take a break here for a second and feed the animals are out of food, and they're getting ornery with each other. Let me go get some food for them. Hang on, I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, Mike. Catch you in a few. KJ6, KFB.
Good evening, Darren. How you doing? WA60IB.
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. You're coming up here just clear as day. I don't know. Mike keeps getting in up and down the path. Something in between us, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I've got you right at 320. That's where you usually come in at, so no problem there. Yep, it looks like he's got a menagerie going on there. He's going to have to get them fed and so they don't bother him.
Well, yeah, my challenge here is just trying to get the 1.2 together. Got the antenna up. It needs a little bit of tuning, but there's something up with my jumpers. And I just grabbed some old jumpers that I had sitting around, so that could be impacting it negatively. At this point, it's 2.1 to 1 with all the coax and antenna in line. So I'll pull the antenna down, tune the antenna so it's proper. I didn't do any tuning on it. Out of the box, it was a 1.4. Any thoughts from you on that?
Yeah, what was the question?
Any thoughts of what else I should be doing in regards to the 1.2 beyond what I'm planning to do, which is get the antenna tuned with a short piece of coax on it, and once that's done, put it back up and then debug these other jumpers.
Yeah, Darren, you've taken a real bad fade here. I didn't get much of that at all. So you're down. You were real good for most of the transmission, but you faded out at the very end of the last one and very little on this one. So, yeah, I'm sorry I didn't catch that. So you'll come up again pretty quick. But good luck with the antenna. Doesn't sound like it's too bad. That's not a bad. When you got a lot of elements, you're going to get a little bit of. Tweaking will get you some, but like Mike said, it's not going to be enough to cause any issues with him gets you anyway. So anyway, it's good to hear you, and hopefully Mike will be back soon. Have fun up there. KJ6KFB WA60IB.
Yeah, and I'm back, but you were roaring in here at the end, Darren. Over.
Yeah, it's just conditions. Okay. Any rate, I'll let you guys carry on. I don't want to stall the net since you're back, and I know Bill and John are both hanging out in the wings waiting for you. There could be others. KJ6, KFB. Carry on, Mike.
All righty, very good, Darren. Thank you. And I think you've got everything under control up there. Just read the instructions on how to tune it, but go very gently on the tilting and the movement of the element, of the driven element. You have to bend it slightly in one direction or the other. You can also try taking a file to the first director and knock the corners off of the square element tip. Just knock the corners off very gently, and that tunes the VSWR also. Over.
Copy. Yeah, minor filing on the you say the driven element, or not the driven, but the first director?
Yeah, you have to tune with the bending of the driven element and just filing the corners off of the first director. Over.
Got it. All righty. Catch you probably Wednesday, or more possible tomorrow night at the 16th.
Okay, well, maybe we'll see you on 6. Who knows? Hi. 7-3. Up to you, Bill. KO6KD. I'm moving the antenna, but give me some chatter. K6MY6.
KE6GLA.
Oh, who was that?
KE6GLA. KE6GLA. Bozo 688.
Yeah, Roger J. 688. Good evening. KE6 Golf Lima Alpha. Good signal. K6MYC 688 for Judy. Thank you for giving us that. Stand by. Let me see who else is in here and get everybody in here, Jay. But good to hear you. Hopefully your weather was good and you had a good weekend. Over.
Did have a good weekend. Yeah, so far this is the best, I don't know where you're pointing, but best copy on you so far. Good solid S7 here in El Dorado Hills. Wonderful weather. Got the trailer out. I'm going camping not this coming week, but the following week. I'm getting the trailer all ready for a trip over to Utah. So doing that whole weekend.
Roger. KE6GLA. Up and down a lot. The band is up and down, but we got a pretty good copy there. Thanks, Jay. KO6KD, how about you, Bill?
Yep, I'm here just waiting my turn, and the band is up and down. Occasionally you're peaking way up into the red, and other times you disappear. But anyway, good evening to you and the rest of the Bozos. And that's it now, 7. I'll give you my do it officially. This is Kilo Oscar 6 Kilo Delta Bozo 776 checking in.
Okay, very good, Bill. Good to hear you. Sorry we missed you this morning and the day before. We had no propagation. Boy, that was terrible. But I don't know how it was today. I was a little bit late. Not really. I was there at 8:30 or 8:35, but I didn't hear anybody. I did work a couple of people there, but none of the regulars. So who knows? See you tomorrow, probably. We're being visited by skunks, so we're a little bit discombobulated here this evening. We got Abby in here, and he's playing host to a couple of skunks. Over.
Oh boy, well, I was listening to some of your what you were talking about there, especially with the younger ones. So, well, you're going to have that problem, but whatever you do, I know one guy said to go down, reach down and pet him. I strongly suggest that you do not do that. You got to remember, these are still wild animals, and you do not want to run the risk of getting bitten. So I say stay away, and just please don't try to pet one of them. As far as this morning, I was there. I heard Billy and Rolf on 20 before 7 o'clock, and they are before 8 o'clock, and they were whatever 7 o'clock, whatever it was early. I heard them quite well. Then Bob came in, worked them for a little bit, but then they came back an hour later, and I never heard them after that, and I never heard anybody on 40. So, okay, enough said. 7-3. I'll look for you guys in the morning if everything works out. 7-3, and have a good night. KO6.
Judy says not to worry, I won't be petting the skunks. We enjoy each other. They don't mind me. I just walked out there and poured some more food in the bowl, and they were looking at me waiting for more food in the bowl. So we have a good relationship, but I don't think they want to be petted. I think they just want to eat and get a little water. And the Abbey cat here, the black cat, he doesn't mind either. I'm sure they spend all night together on and off trading positions in front of the food bowl. Thank you, Bill. We'll see you in the morning. KO6KD, assuming we have a band. K6MYC, looking for KR6MR.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. KR6MR, Bozo 759. Good signal tonight, over.
Yeah, good signal. I haven't even moved the antenna. We'll just leave it where it is. You're good copy here. And pleased to hear you. Sorry it's taking so long here. We got a lot of check-ins around your area all of a sudden. Had almost nobody in the Bay Area, but I spent a lot of time calling. And we get up this way toward Sacramento. Sometimes we don't have anybody, and now we got a whole bunch of people. So a lot of things going on here this evening. Good to hear you. And, of course, we'll look for you tomorrow on 6 meters. KR6MR, K6MYC in the group.
Yeah, okay, Mike. Yeah, I was talking with Darren on 1296, and it seems to be working pretty good. So he's got a few little issues to work on. It might be a faulty jumper cable or something. He's got, his SWR is a little bit high, and I'll help him with that in the next few days. Back to you, Mike.
Okay, well, you know how that band is. Boy, you've got to have every cable has to be flattened and working perfectly, because even a small connector glitch can start to mess around with your VSWRs. The thing to do is not tune it for the cable, tune the antenna up first and then make the cable work with it. Anyway, he knows that. Let you go, and we'll see if we can work the boys in Redding with the good band conditions we've got. We did not have any rain today, although they said it was going to rain. Yesterday, we had just a sprinkle, not enough to get you on a little dampish here, but otherwise nothing. So we haven't had anything of any usable amount of rain here. They say maybe even tomorrow we're going to get some rain, but boy, the looks of it don't show up. Doesn't look very good. Hopefully you're getting some up there. I'll turn it back for your final. KR6MR for a final K6MYC.
Yeah, okay, thanks. I had just a few drops of rain, not even enough to get me wet, but I could feel it. So, I didn't get rained on. I'm out doing weed work in the garden. So, what's the year mark? 6 meters, and Jay down there.
Whiskey 6 Papa Echo.
Yeah, good evening, John. Mike, hang on. Okay, John, you took a real big fade, and I lost that, so we'll have to save it for tomorrow on 6 meters. I went back and forth trying to find you, and you just went right down to nothing. Much for the good band conditions. That's what you get at this time of night. The damn band is unstable. 3 KR6MR W6 Papa Echo Oakhurst. Good evening, Mike. I'm about ready to listen for Redding, but good to hear you in here. Go ahead.
No problem. I just wanted to say good evening, and it's getting about my bedtime, so I figured I'd give a shout while I had the opportunity, in case you kind of aim in my direction.
Hey, John.
Anyway, yeah, sounds like you had a lot of weeds to pull there, so I can feel for that. I know I got a lot of weed whacking and weeds to pull here too. So
410 is listening.
Yeah, a little bit.
We hear you, 410. Hi, Russ.
The ground's a little softer and things are a little easier to pull up. So anyway, I'll let you go. Talk to the guys in Redding, and you have a fantastic evening, and we should see you tomorrow as well. W6.
Okay, very good, Mike. Thank you. And we'll see you tomorrow. Or Sorry to keep you up there. I didn't know you had to go to bed early. I'm just waking up. This is my time of the night. I'm a night guy. 73 W6PE and up to Ross K6, KW6T K6MYC.
No, very good, Mike. Good evening. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to walk on your QSO there. But anyway, yeah, hi to John. And I literally just turned the radio on 3 or 4 minutes ago, just enough to hear you signing with John. So, KR6MR there. So, anyway, nothing great to report, nothing bad. I mean, everything's fine, life's fun, good, and all that. But nothing really. I'll let you go to Reading. I know you need to get up there. So, anyway, it's good to hear you guys and be a part of the Bozo Net tonight. So K6MYC and the group here is KW6T Bozo number 410 officially checking in.
Very good, Russ. Solid copy, booming signal. Boy, you're roaring down here tonight like you're in the shack with us. Really good. I'm talking to Course Gold. He's 20 miles north of me here, and I can hardly hear him. And you're just pounding in like 100 dB over 9. Shows you what propagation can do. I think I'm not pointing at quite at Oakhurst where he is. I got to go a little bit more north. And he's not running. I think he's running vertically polarized on top of everything else. Just getting the station set up there. Anyway, good evening, and thanks again for checking in, Ross. One of these days we'll be surprised when we hear you on 432.
I'm working on it, Mike.
I know you are. All right, let me see. Reading, or KD6 SW, KD6SW, or KO6HS. How about Reading, Charlie, November 80, up there in North Country, K6MYC, calling and listening. Go ahead, Rich. KD6SW, very, very light, but we got you. We got 145, roger. KD6SW, K6MYC, gotcha. I'll see if Jerry's there. Hopefully we can copy you a little better than Rich. KO6HS, Kilo Oscar 6, Hotel Sierra, K6MYC, calling and listening. Go ahead, Jerry.
Roger, KO6HS 230. Looks like you're coming up just a bit. Call down here just in time. The signals were down. They were down, but they're coming up just a little bit. How copy out there? Over.
You're in a shack with us, really strong right now, but the band is up and down. It's this time of night. We get really big peaks, and then it really goes in the tank, so we're liable to lose you completely here. Anyway, great to hear you, Jerry. A very, very strong signal, and hopefully it's good up there. You guys been getting any rain the last couple of days?
Negative.
Yeah, it went down. Boy, it went down in a hurry, and I missed your comment about the rain. Let me see if it's back up for Rich, KD6SW. How about it now, Rich? Over.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit better, and negative on the rain. No rain, and got a whole week's worth of hot weather coming up. Over.
Yeah, we hear about the hot weather. Somebody said it was going to get into the 90s. I'm not sure I'm ready for the 90s. We didn't get much past 70 today, if it even made 70. So I'm not going to be ready for 95. Hi. Anyway, good to hear you. And, of course, we'll look for you tomorrow. I did not hear you last week on 432, but we will look for you on 6 meters tomorrow. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, K6MYC, 73, Rich.
All right, so long there, Mike. Your signal's way up. Why can't you keep it up this high? Doggone it. 7-3, KD6 sopping wet.
Yeah, you're romping and stuff. Well, that's what it does at this time of night. It goes up and down. Huge peaks and then big nulls. So we just have to live with it, I guess. It's good for contest work, though. You just have to wait an extra minute. 7-3, KD6SW, K6MYC. 7-3 to you, and good evening to you, Jerry. Okay, Anybody else before I go to Reading? Go to Nevada, K6MYC. Anybody else?
WA6HNA 1013. Bozo 884 WB6GGY. Over.
Roger, we got you earlier there, Phil, 884, we got you, and also good evening to you, Greg, 1013. And I've got a little bit of news for you. You probably know that the panels were picked up, and I'll give you a little bit of information in just a second. But there was a third station, another third station that called in with you guys. Who was the third station? Go ahead. Well, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just you coming up out of the noise, Phil. Anyway, Greg, back over to you, and the panels were picked up. The panels have old-style connectors on them, but Frank had modified them and put a couple of new-style connectors in there, but there was a little bit of mods to make them work in conjunction with all the other stuff you have there. So maybe we can get Frank on here one evening, or you can call Frank and get the latest, what he's suggesting. They just have to cut the two separate, the new parts apart. Cut them apart is what he said. I don't know what that means exactly, but maybe when you see him, you'll know what he's talking about. WA6HNA, K6MYC.
All right, Mike, K6MYC, WA6HNA. Yeah, Chris sent me an email that Toby had picked him up, I guess, yesterday. And then a little bit later today, I got another text with pictures of them all stacked up at his house and ready to go up on the hill. And he's all excited. Chris is very thankful, so thank you for helping us out and helping Chris out. And he's got his tractor. He's going to go up. He has a really nice spot, actually kind of a flat spot on the top of a hill right next to his house with the south-facing exposure, and he's going to do some flattening of it so that he can put some ground-mounted structure up there, all pointing directly south. So we're looking forward to it. So thank you so much, Mike. Over.
Yeah, Jerry, are you going to help him with the wiring or what?
Affirmative. Yeah, and I can fix the connectors. I can also reconnector the whole thing. I assume that each panel comes out with like a couple of foot wire stub. Is that correct?
I don't know. I know they're all hooked. These were all hooked together in an array of 14. And there was two of the newer connectors that were put on so that the two strings could be put together or tied into something else. So there are some new connectors on there. The more modern standard connectors are on there, but just two. One for each string of 7, I guess, or something like that. I don't know, but there's two new connectors on there, so you may not have to do anything except reorganize them and separate them or something. Over.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I'm going to be over there the next, probably Wednesday, I think, to take a look at it and to help him. We're going to build up a little template for his rack so that we've got the right angle on all the panels and stuff. So I'll take a look at them then, and the other thing is I can always reconnector the whole mess and get that all squared away. So I'm sure we'll make it work out just fine, Mike. Appreciate that. Over.
All righty, very good. I think you don't have to reconnect or anything because Frank had configured it for the new connectors, even though each individual device has older ones. But if it's better to do them all, that's fine too. You do what you have to do, but if you don't have Frank's number, you can always call me and I can give you his number. Over.
Oh yeah, I've got Frank's number. Yeah, Frank and Rob's and yours. I've got the whole group down there, so we're all set. And the inverter is the 3 kilowatt off-grid EG4 inverter, and the solar controller on it is a 500 volt controller. So this array of 14 will be just perfect for that. I think it's like 440 volts will be the open voltage on it, open circuit voltage. So that'll be the worst it'll ever see. When with a 500 volt inverter or converter, that'll work out just fine. So we're looking forward to it and want to get that bad boy on the air before it gets hot around here. Over to you.
Yeah, better hurry up. We're supposed to be in the 90s by next week. All right, good enough, Greg. It sounds like you got her under control there, but you know what to do if you have there's questions about it. Try to minimize the amount of work and connectors you have to fuss with there. Anyway, 7-3, and over to you, Phil. You might want to point the antenna down this way. You're really, really weak tonight. Over, Phil.
I think it's conditions up and down there, Mike, up and down. Okay, very good. And we'll talk to you in the morning. We'll talk to you in the morning then, Mike. W6GGY. Yes. 7373.
Okay, and I hear somebody talking in the background there. Thank you, Phil. I missed the CW. Who's the CW again, please? Roger, Richard. We'll be right there now. I think we're done here. Anybody else in the Sacramento Valley before we go to Nevada? Go now, please. Okay, nothing heard. We're going to your direction now, Richard. There you go. KD6BQ. Big signal, K6MYC. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. K6MYC, KD6BQ, number 249. And I thought you'd pass me by because I had to take the dog out there.
No, we're just running late. It's a funny net. Sometimes we get a lot of check-ins, which makes us late. Other days we don't get a lot of check-ins, and that also makes me late. Over.
Yeah, it's funny how that works, isn't it? But anyway, yeah, I was out. The dog is getting well, she's blind now and pretty much deaf, and so I have to carry her out, set her down, and watch her and carry her back. So anyway, I thought I might have missed you, but good evening there. Over.
Okay.
Give her a hug from me.
Yeah, give her a
hug from me.
There you go. Judy says give her a hug. Judy's a dog and a cat person for sure. We had visitors here earlier, just a few minutes ago. We had a baby, young skunk, and I could tell he'd been leaking. He was not careful with what he was spraying, and he had a little bit of odor on him, and we noticed right away he was here. And then a few minutes later, his dad came in. That's Big Bad Boy. Bad Boy grew up here. He's about 4 years old now, and he's full grown, of course, and got kids. And then they were fussing with each other because they were running out of food, fighting over the last scrap, so I went out and gave them some more food. And Abby the cat's here as well, a wild cat that we have that lives here that's adopted us. He's being very loving this evening. He's been in the shack with us almost all evening here. He gets along with the skunks just fine. All the animals get along pretty good. I mean, they might have their little altercations about food or something, but they don't fight. And they don't squirt at each other or anything, so no biggie. They just, they live with each other. Anyway, good to hear y'all. And I'm glad you're back from the trip and sounding in tip-top shape there. Sorry about your dog. So let me see. I think Daniel's probably in here, and I don't know who else would be here. KD6BQ, K6MYC, and then others.
Okay, Mike, I'll stand by and let Daniel have a chance, but both dogs are 16 years old, so they're starting to get a little decrepit. One's doing better than the other. At least he can see and hear, sort of. But the other one's, she's pretty dependent on us. She walks around the house bumping into stuff. She seems to find her way around the house, but you don't dare put her outside with the other creatures that live around here. She wouldn't even see it coming.
Yeah, I hear ya. What breed?
What breed are they?
She's a miniature pincher, and the other one is a healer border collie mix. Over.
Okay, good. I love border collies with Queensland. We've had a lot of Queensland. They're good dogs. All right, very good. Let me see if Daniel's here. Daniel, how are you doing? You rest? You got any energy left from the contest? I know you worked, Ken, on a couple of bands there. KE7UQL, K6MYC in the group.
Roger,
Roger. Here is 272. And, yeah, it's a good contest for me. My short game went very well. Just running low power and using wire antennas. I had a really good time. Over.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I was just talked to Ken, and he confirmed working you on both bands there. So that was good that we set that one up ahead of time for you.
Yes, Roger. The gold for Roof special antenna, it performed on 80 meters. I did contact Washington, and I did get Oakley, so I was real pleased with throwing something together for 80 meters of it.
Yeah, he said he had a really good time. They made 950 contacts on 80, no, on I guess on 40 meters or someplace. 950 contacts into Nevada. He said he thinks, or not Nevada, but W7. He thinks he worked all the W7s that were in the contest. Over.
Yes, Roger. That would be 269 counties, but I don't think all of them were full. So he probably picked up a few mobiles and rovers to get a high score in the W7 land.
Yeah, well, I think most of them aren't on the air. That's the problem. I'm sure there was more, like you say, 250,000 W7s at least. But he was kidding. I think he said he worked all of them. He worked the band dry for sure. That's what they were working for. They did participate in the other 3 states coupier contests, but they concentrated on W7. So there you are. Good to hear you, Daniel, and we'll see you, I guess, Wednesday. I don't know. I don't know whether you're going to get the 220 antenna back up tomorrow or not. You tell me. Over.
Well, I thought I would go right to the 1296 and get that one up and running because you've been waiting so long for that one.
Yeah, that would be fine. So we can look for you on Tuesday then, and we'll be happy to hear you. We haven't had any check-ins from Nevada on 1296 for a month or so now. Over.
Okay, Roger. Yes, I think we doubled earlier because I was saying all the HF is down, and I'm building towards the June VHF now. Over.
Okay, very good, very good. We may have doubled there. All right, let's see if there's anybody else in there. How about you, Stan? K7SUN, are you with us this evening?
Well, hopefully I am. So, SUN, Bozo Net 442. Hello, Mike.
Yeah, you're a little off frequency, but we got you. And moved the antenna a little bit more your way. And you're weaker than normal, but still very Q5. Good evening to you, Stan. K7SUN 442, K6MYC, over.
Yeah, sounds good, Mike. So yeah, I bumped the VFO. So the knob on the 9700, if you even breathe on it, it moves. So, anyway, yeah, I got a pretty good copy on you. You came back up there that transmission, so pretty good copy. Over.
Yeah, you got a little flutter on you, but you're doing fine. I think you're still off frequency a little bit, but no worries. When you're on the net, if you want, you can lock the frequency by pushing that lower left-hand button just below the big knob. Push and hold that a second, and it'll lock you up so you can't bump the knob. Over.
Well, usually I don't touch it, but I was moving a cord there, so normally it's not an issue. It just I bumped it tonight.
Yeah, very good. Do you have anything on 1296 up in the air?
Nothing up in the air. Yeah, I need to find a 1296 antenna and put it up, but I don't have nothing right now.
Well, there's a place down in Fresno that has a lot of them on the shelf. Over.
I'll have to get on the catalog there, Mike.
I hear you. Okay, no worries. Okay, Daniel's going to be back on, but we've lost a couple of guys. Larry's antennas are all messed up. N7 Whiskey Tango, he's all twisted around, I guess, and can't get up here to fix them. So the only one we've got up there is Daniel on 1296. So it'd be good to get you up there. Anyway, 7-3 for now, Stan. Great to have you in here. Thanks much for coming up again this evening. K7SUN, Fallon, Nevada, K6MYC.
Okay, sounds good. So yeah, you're at good solid F8. So it's booming in here right now, Mike. So yeah, have a great evening, Mike, and hopefully I'll be around Wednesday. So take care. K7XUN clear.
Okay, will do. And by the way, you're 15 degrees different from where I point for Richard and for Reno. I'm going to go back the other way now and try and get N7 Victor Alpha Zulu. So I'm going back toward Reno. That's due north for me. You'll see the signal drop. Don't be concerned about the signal dropping. It's just the way it is when I have to go different directions there. So there you are, 73. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu. I wonder if we hear you in here tonight, Eric. N7VAZ. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu, K6MYC. Over. Give us the Bozo number again, 119 something, 119 something. What was it?
Bozo 1193, 1193,
Roger, QSL. I knew it. I just wanted to hear it from your lips. 1193. Thank you, Jay. Eric, you're not real strong tonight, but readable. That's the main thing. Thank you very, very much for being there. It's nice to have you as a newcomer to our group here. Thank you very much for being active there. 73s, my friend, and have a good Sunday night, what's left of it here. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu, K6MYC, clear. 73, Eric. Okay. Now, N7WT, any Chancellor? Nothing heard from Larry. Anybody else in Nevada? Period. K6MYC. Okay, 73 so on. We'll see you guys in the next couple of evenings here.
7-6MI.
Oh, good evening, John. You must have been out doing other things there. 711, K6 Mexico, Italy. Go ahead, John.
Oh, very good. Chasing the ZS8 and the TX9. And, yeah, I fell asleep. But I'm awake now. K6MI.
That's what happens when you get old. You fall asleep. You're not old, though, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. I fall asleep every night. I worked hard today. I got 3 barrels of weeds instead of 1, so I'm 2 ahead of the game. I came in and sat down in the chair and I was sleeping off and on through all my programs. Anyway, good to hear you, John. Thanks. Did you you were going to go up to the site, N6NB site? Were you up there this weekend or not?
We're going to go up on Wednesday. We'll be there on Thursday.
Yeah, QSL. Okay, well, we'll hear you on 432 check-in then.
Yeah, I'll try and do that. Right now the antenna's broken and the solar panels popped the circuit breaker. I don't know. We got a lot to fix.
Well, I understand. If you don't get ready, we'll understand. We'll be here. 73, John, good evening. K6 Mexico, Italy, K6MYC. Anybody else for the Bozo Net? I'm going back to the Bay Area for late checks and missed. Okay, nothing heard. Here we go back to the Bay Area. Maybe.
359 45.
What? Aaron, if you're in the shack there, you might tell me where I'm pointed. The rotor got all screwed up here, and I was pointed at 90. Rob, give me some chatter.
Okay, chatter, chatter, chatter. You want me to turn off the amp? It might make it a little better for finding where I am instead of being on a 30-degree width signal. Over.
Yeah. I can hear people talking in there. Do you hear the chatter?
I'm still pointed up there at Nevada. I'm not sure where you at.
WFC 775.
Oh, okay, 775. We got you. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. Good evening, Mike.
Good.
Yeah, better late than never, as always.
Okay, no worries. And sometimes we miss you when you're late, but I did come back. Good to hear you. And thanks for checking in here. We'll look for you tomorrow. You do have 222, don't you?
Oh, I wish I had 222, but maybe one of these days, but no time soon, I guess.
Okay, well, we'll find you on 6, I guess, right?
Roger.
All righty, very good. Band's up and down, but at times you're very strong. Good to hear you, Mike. Hopefully things are well there and you're staying warm in the winter there in Daly City. Over.
Right. It was like 58 degrees earlier this evening, but yeah, clear skies. So that's a little bit different. All right, 73. Good evening. Thank you. Talk to you tomorrow. KB6 WFC.
Yeah, Roger. Talk to you tomorrow. 73. And I'm looking into the Bay Area for late checks and missed. K6MYC, standing by. Okay, nobody else heard. Rob, I guess we can go down and see if we can get Eddie, huh?
Okay, sounds good to me.
Rotating down. Alpha Foxtrot 6 United. Are you there around anywhere there tonight, Lee? Okay, heading on down toward San Joaquin Valley again. Okay, KE6BK, Kilo Echo 6 Bravo Kilo, Porterville, K6MYC with KM6SRR. About KB6RQU. How about anybody in Visalia, W6PYP or anybody? K6MYC Bozo Net, late checks or missed, Bay San Joaquin Valley. I guess we're done, Rob.
Okay, I'm still trying to write this stuff down here. I've got a total of 45, Mike.
Okay. Hang on a sec. I'm going to go get water for the cats. I'll be back in a second. Judy can talk to you.
Roger.
Now, she can't talk. She's got this, when she talks very much, she starts to cough. So I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, she should have a control operator there if she's talking on the radio anyway.
Well, there's control operators here. He's just walking up within 10 feet of the station here.
Rob, I've got 43.
Huh, I got 2 more. I wonder how I did that.
You made some up.
Yeah, and the way I've been writing stuff down, not paying that much attention, I probably have a duplicate or two. I'll tell when I sort them out and get them in order. How you doing, Ken? WA6OIB, KM6SRR.
Oh, I'm doing fine. Made my trip down south and brought another truckload.
All right, sounds good. Is it Nida? How's she doing?
She's doing fine. Yeah, she's coping pretty well. And she's glad now everything's out of there, so she's real happy about that. It's all cleaned up. I spent a lot of time cleaning and whatnot after I got all of the stuff out of there. So, yeah. I forgot that he had some of those 1296 loop Yagis. I got one with a 20-foot boom. That's a big old beast.
Huh, 1296 loop Aggie. That's interesting.
Yeah, M Squared used to make them some time ago. Anyway, and there's one brand new one. It's a shorty. I think it's on an 8-foot boom or something like that. Anyway, that one's brand new, never been used, all them bright and shiny. The others are used, but they're still in great shape.
Okay, we'll have to check them out at the old swap there. Anyway, you had a good, safe trip, I hope.
Yeah, uneventful, very smooth. Traffic was not bad at all. We went at odd times, so it helped.
Oh, yeah. I used to go down to visit my cousin down there, helping her modify her garage over at her mom's house, and boy, traffic is crazy down there.
Yeah, I can get that way. We went at some good times, so it wasn't too bad. The 405 is always busy, but it wasn't too bad. Stay in the HOV lane, and it runs pretty good.
Yep, we've learned that too. Once in a while it gets so jammed up, the HOV lane isn't any good either.
Well, yeah, I've seen there where it's a parking lot for an hour, you know. What are you going to do? But we missed all that. So anyway, nice trip, uneventful, and a lot of work, but got it all done and cleaned up. Got mostly boxes of parts and pieces and stuff. I got all the rigs out of there before. I got one PS520 that's in really nice shape, but and a few others, but nothing exciting.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, we got Marcus's antenna. I got the guy rope brackets on the roof all situated finally, and I got the guy rope up there, and I put one piece, tied it on the top, and moved around to all four corners, and then tied it on the second one down, moved it all four corners, and tied it on the bottom one, moved it at all four corners. So we got measurements and all that stuff. So I'm gonna have to cut the lines for them.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I usually take the distance measurements and the height measurements and do it by math. And I've always come out right to the money on that too. Math does work.
Oh yeah, I've done used a little trigonometry on the stuff, but I just wanted to make it very easy, simple, and no problem of any errors.
Well, if you do the math right, there's no errors anyway.
Yeah, that's assuming that you measure right, and then I didn't have a measurement how high the mast was at the different levels either, so I just did it this way, and it worked out fine.
Yeah, a lot of extra work. Well, that's good. Yeah, he texted me that you'd been over there and doing some work. The way he doesn't proofread his text, but I kind of got the hint that you were working on the guide system. So, but was a lot of extra words in there.
Yeah, I've seen that before too. I think he does a lot of talking into it, and it transcribes it. So there's probably some extra stuff in there when he pauses or whatever. But so I've got to measure out the guy rope and got to melt up the ends, and then I don't know. I think the little what do you call those little round things that go over the sharp edges of the ring on the mast? I've got to get some bigger ones of those, I think.
Yeah, they're called thimbles.
Yeah, that's a term. I wasn't picking it up. Yeah, the thimbles. I got 8-inch ones. I think they need to get a little bigger.
Those are pretty small. If you got some substantial guy rope, which I'm sure you do, well, you'll need bigger than that. Well, good. All right. Yeah, you got to have those, otherwise things, you know, it'll wear right through those guy ropes. They make it easier.
Yep. What I did on mine is I used those little D-rings, but then I had to put some safety wire on it so they didn't come unscrewed. But I put the D-ring thing through the round plate on the mast, and then wrapped my guy rope around the smooth part of the D-ring, and I wrapped it twice, and then tied some knots, and then taped it up real good.
Yeah, I try and tape as little as possible out there because tape always wears out and starts flying in the wind. But very good. Well, yeah, when you going to go back over there again, and I'll try and schedule myself so I can give you a hand.
Hey guys, I got to get out of here. Judy's getting cold. I got to take her in. There's two numbers. You got two numbers more than we got, Rob, but we'll sort that out. If it's she's probably missing something that I didn't make a note of for you. I'm sure you got the right numbers.
I heard one guy on there that he didn't give his Bozo number, and you never did give it either. Maybe that was one of them.
Who was that?
I don't remember who it was now, but I just remember, hey, he didn't give his Bozo number. I made a note of it because it struck me as strange, because you usually give the number out or ask him to give a number. Never did in that one. He was up north about 320. He was up in Sacramento, whoever that was.
Well, there's W6 Papa Echo was in coarse gold. He's 620. Did you get him, Rob?
Yep, I got him.
And we got 688, I think. KE6 GLA.
Yep, I got Jay.
Yeah, it wasn't those two, because those you gave numbers for, but there was one that I never heard any Bozo number on either side, so you might have already done it, you know, because Judy knows them probably almost as well as you do by now.
Yeah, you got Jerry, 230 and 145 for Rich.
Yep, I got him.
I'm sure, well, it's just something we're missing here. I'm going to go get her inside and get warmed up again. It's a little cool out here in the shack. Seven Trees, guys, good evening to you. Ken, good to hear you. I guess you got things taken care of there for K6ZMW's widow.
Yeah. Spent 3 days down there, and got a lot done and cleaned up, and she's in good shape now. She's very appreciative that everything got done. All right, have a good one, and hi to Judy there. Good to hear her a little bit too in the background. WA60IB.
All righty. See you guys later. Catch you tomorrow.
From Temecula down there in the LA area?
I double with you, Rob.
Yeah, I was just asking if you got, I have a number on here that Aaron texted me, 685. George, W6GR in Temecula. Did you get him?
Yes, got 685, and we also got KN6SHIC was 995.
Yeah, 998. Yeah, that's Dale. Yeah, he sent me a text today wondering about, hey, I just gave out 3 Bozos. I need more numbers. Well, a couple days ago, I saw those 3, and I gave him a bunch of numbers. So I wished I was here. I could have asked him what he was talking about. I think we crossed in the email. I guess you're done. Okay, Mike, K6MYC, Judy, KM6SR, 73.
And good night to Aaron over there. Maybe his voice is still bad. Didn't hear him tonight. Take care, Aaron. WA60IB.
Okay, Rob, I missed what you said. Could you repeat yours?
think I was just signing off. I don't remember now. Oh, I was talking about Dale, 998. He's a net control down there, and he sent me a email saying he needed more numbers, but I just given him more. So I wish I could have talked to him tonight, but that's the way it goes.
He didn't stay in there very long.
Okay, and I see Ben was on tonight. That's good. I'm glad he was there. Anyway, I'll let you guys go. K6MYC, KM6SR, 73.
Good night, Mike. Good night, Rob.
Okay, Daryl. KG6CEF, KM6SR. Hey, I didn't know you were still hanging out there. Good to hear you. Thanks.